chemical substance. So autotrophic bacteria is two types: photosynthetic autotroph and chemosynthetic autotrophs. Heterotroph bacteria is divided into two groups. One is the parasitic bacteria, and parasitic bacteria are those bacteria which take their food from other organisms without the killing them. Another is the saprophytic bacteria, and saprophytic bacteria are those bacteria which take their food from the dead remains of plant and animals. So this is the classification of bacteria. Now, my dear friends, we study about the archaebacteria. And what is the archaebacteria? In this video, we study about the archaebacteria. So first of all, we know that archaebacteria and their characteristics of archaebacteria. What characteristic that so archaebacteria is able to survive in harshest habitat or such extremely salty area, and the bacteria which present in salty area is known as halophiles. They are able to survive in hot spring, and such type of bacteria is known as thermoacidophiles. Some are able to survive in marshy area, and that bacteria is known as methanogens. What is the features, what is the characters that make able to survive this bacteria in such harsh conditions? The reason behind this is the cell wall structures. The cell wall structure of archaebacteria is different from other bacteria, eubacteria, and due to these reasons they are able to survive in extremely harsh conditions. Methanogen bacteria is present in the gut of ruminant animals. Ruminant animals means cow, buffalo, all these animals are the ruminant animals, and they are able to produce methane, and methane is the mixture of gases in which carbon dioxide, CH4, H2, all these gases are present, and all these mixture of gases is known as biogas. Biogas are produced from the dung of animals, means ruminant animals like cow, buffalo, etc. So there are the structures of the halophiles. This is the structure of halophiles bacteria, and this is the structure of thermoacidophiles bacteria, and this is the structure of methanogenic bacteria. And this structure showing cow, buffalo digestive systems because it has different digestive system in comparison to other animals, because cow and buffalo are the ruminant animals. Next is the eubacteria, and this is the modern bacteria. And what is the feature of eubacteria? Eubacteria is also known as true bacteria because it have rigid cell wall and flagella, and due to the presence of flagella it is motile in nature. Eubacteria are some eubacteria are autotrophs, and in which some are photosynthetic and some are chemosynthetic, but mostly they are heterotrophic in nature. Now we study about the chemosynthetics autotrophic bacteria. Chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria includes green sulfur bacteria. This is the structure of green sulfur bacteria, which is chemosynthetic autotrophics, and another is the purple sulfur bacteria. This is the figure of purple sulfur bacteria, which is also a chemosynthetic autotrophics. Except this, another is the Venibrio stagis spumentis is also a chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria. So what is the property of chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria? These bacteria oxidize in organic substance like nitrate, nitrite, ammonia, and after the oxidizing of this inorganic substance, energy is produced, and that energy is used by these bacteria to survive. So this bacteria is also helpful in the recycling of nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and sulfur nutrients. Another bacteria is the heterotrophic bacteria, and heterotrophic bacteria are most founded bacteria, eubacteria. They are the most abundant found, and it is majorly decomposer in nature. So these structures show different type of heterotrophic bacteria. Friends, now we study about what is the impact of heterotrophic bacteria in the human lives. Some heterotrophic bacteria used in the making of curd from milk. Some heterotrophic bacteria are used in the production of antibiotics medicines. Some heterotrophic bacteria are used in the nitrogen fixation and mostly in leguminous root of the plants. Some heterotrophic bacteria are pathogens and causing disease like cholera, typhoid, tetanus, citrus canker, which is the plant disease. And how reproduction takes place in bacteria? So bacteria show mostly fission type of reproductions under favorable conditions, and spore formation type of reproduction under unfavorable conditions. Even some bacteria show sexual reproduction but not well developed undeveloped type of sexual reproduction, which is conjugation, transformation, and transductions type of sexual reproduction, not true type of sexual reproduction but false type of sexual reproductions, because in this type of reproduction no reproductive organ are involved in the process. So what happened in binary fissions? In binary fissions, one bacteria is divided into two new bacteria. So this figure showing the binary fissions. Also this figure showing the binary fissions. Another method is the spore formation, which occur under unfavorable conditions, in which vegetative cell of the bacteria start to undergo spore formations and they develop spore inside their cells, which is covered by a hard structures that is known as spore coats, and this spore present in the mother cells until favorable condition is not coming. But when favorable condition is coming, the mother cells breaks and spores are released in the atmosphere. That spores is known as endospores, and now they develop into new bacteria. So this is the reproductions of bacteria which occur in favorable and unfavorable conditions. Now we study about the mycoplasma. This is the smallest organism, and mycoplasma is also a type of bacteria which does not contain cell wall, and it is the most smallest living organism known on the earth surface. They are able to survive in such environment where oxygen is not present. It means that mycoplasma is anaerobic in nature, and it is also pathogenic in nature and cause some disease in animal and plant. So this is the structure of mycoplasma, and mycoplasma contain a layer of lipoproteins which is present surrounding their cytoplasm. It contains genetic material, and their genetic material is the DNA. It also contains ribosome, RNA, and some metabolites which form after the metabolic activity inside this mycoplasma. So student, this is the all about bacteria, and if you like this video, then press the like button, subscribe the channel for getting notification if I upload any video on the channels, and share the channels most of the study group to the friends and other students. Thank you very much for watching the video.